What is up, everyone? This is Soul with another video. Today we're going to be looking at the August trading posts. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, and let's get right to the read. August trading post is ready for a showdown, bringing a lineup of mounts and transmogs and weapons and black and white styles to add a striking new look to your collection. Players complete activities to earn Trader's Tender and fill the Traveler's Log to take aim with this month's bonus reward, the Ensemble Midnight Outlaw Transmog set. Very nice. You know, Western style stuff. Pretty flat looking though, but maybe a little poncho kind of styled look might be cool for folks. Visit T and Dub for all the good stuff, and let's get to what's good, starting with the famed Hate Forged Blaze Cycle. Now, people might know this as being part of a purchase promotion from, well, I don't know how many moons ago now. It's been quite some time. But now it's available for, for tender. So now we can get it. For those, no purchase necessary in this case. You can just go ahead and get some tender and get it your darn self. We also have a Badlands Buzzard. I'm not sure if this is a returnee or not, but a really cool bird style mount. Now the cycle is going for 500. It's going for 500, as you can see right over here. Here is the Buzzard mount. Very nice. I don't know where we sit. Actually, we sit somewhere up top there, I'm pretty sure. That one is going for also kind of cheap, only going for 550. And then there is this returnee, this surfboard style mount. This is the big money. It's going for 700. Pretty expensive for its time, and I guess the price just hasn't gone down. But for those who want this sort of style, cool. There it is. Moving on to armored transmog appearances. It looks like we have what I suppose are new flowers. I thought these might have been returnees, but maybe not. We have a kind of a void version, or well, I guess it's a midnight version and a snowy version. I would figure that's more spring, and not snowy. We also have a new selection of hats to choose from. We have orange, we've got dark bluish gray, and we also have white-ish to choose from. So pretty nice for those who want to have that Western style look. I mean, that seems to be the thing. Western style stuff, black and white, as you can see here. And then there's ooh, check it out, it's a butt pack. Okay, we have an ammo pack right here, and then we have the butt pack right down there. That's pretty cool. A very different sort of thing to have as a back piece. Now here we have different colors of the whole ensemble poncho set. And so we'll look at the 3D version of that in just a bit. Thanks to Wowhead for having these things available for us, and for Blizzard for linking it. And then there's another color too. So we have this kind of colored style, which I think is really cool with the contrasting colors. Here it's a much more kind of a washed out style. To me, this doesn't look quite as attractive. But here's the thing, the ensemble comes with 2 sets of hats. So if you want this style here, you want the bandana and the hat, okay, great. Or you can choose a la carte. So that's pretty neat. I like that. At least, actually, chest, shirt, shoulders ×2. So you have different kinds of shoulders. Okay, I'm going to be very curious to see how the styling looks here. Yeah. So let's look at the previews as shown here. So there are a lot of returnees, or at least like recolors of different styles that we've seen. This is no difference. So we're looking at some of the cheapies, starting with like these dune cloth style bits. So different colors of these kinds of things, right? Here is the vest style. Again, kind of a familiar look. We have the midnight version and then the snowy version. Although here is the tunic or skirt. Yeah, they're calling it a skirt. Nice and cheap if you want to have complete sets. They don't do bundles though, but well, that's okay. Some people will take up like small bits of these, and maybe these can have some uses if you wanted to just use the bottom parts, and then the rest, the top part is used for like something else. But it looks like it's something that suits females a little bit better than for the guys because of the whole frilly stuff up front. But that's just me. So here's more of the snowy stuff. And then we get to these boots. We've seen variations of a couple of variations of these. I remember last month there was a kind of a grayer version. Here's a black version if you wanted to have like these thigh highs. So sexy if you wanted to pull off that sort of look. And it appears to have like this very subtle, but you know, it's there. It has that 3D effect to it. So if you want to sport something like that, cool. Oh, and then here's a white version of it. White version with the black bands, because I could have swore there's a third version that we got from the previous month. These are going for 40 tender, by the way. Moving on for a bit more tender, you can get yourself a snowy or a midnight style eye patch. So here's the white version, excuse me, and here is the black version. It's actually it's actually a very deep black. Not that we usually, unlike what we usually see in WoW. Moving on, we have this hat, this full hat. And I think there is a dark version of it as well. Although you can't really tell. It's actually, it feels like it's more of a trick of a light than an actual color shift over there. Those are going also for 50. Also for 50, we have these Western style hats. Pretty nice. So here is one version. There should be two other versions of this hat to pick up. Given the price, you know, a lot of variety you can get out of this. So if you wanted to achieve like a sort of a seasonal look, if you wanted to, or you know, just a matching look, I think it's doable if you were to pick up all three. Of course, all three means 150 tender, and if you're ready to spend that, hey, cool, go ahead and throw down. And here is the flower crowns that were also mentioned and previewed. So here's like the a bigger version of them. Actually, darker than I thought. Yeah, they're not bad looking for those who enjoy that sort of vibe. Then we have what I believe are supposed to be the masks. I believe this is supposed to, yeah, this is the Vigilante's mask, which for some reason is not showing up correctly, but it's that full-headed, you know, that kind of like bandana mask thing, which for whatever reason doesn't want to show up, but there you go. It's that thing. Moving on, we have what I believe are returnees. I think we've seen like the white and the black version of this style shoulder cape kind of thing. I mean, I do like the style, but I'm pretty sure these are returnees. But they're still very cool. These are going for what, 75? Yep, 75. Next we have another what I think is a returnee. You know, these dark styled masks. And I think there should be a white one as well. Oh, no, actually, before that, we have a dark jumpsuit to sport. So if you want to have that with the hood that we just saw earlier, yeah, sure, go ahead. And it's going for 100 if you want to go for these ensembles, though. It's only, I believe it's 100 also for the headgear. And then also, along with that, we have these other kinds of styles that are coming back. You know, so we're going through the whole gamut of these. There's a lot of them. These happen to be the black and white versions of the witch's hat and cape. Big stitching right over there, but still pretty cool. I'll probably pick those out. And then we have, oh wow, this quiver is big. Oh, it's very beefy, very girthy. with how it's being presented here. I like the look of that though. It's very neat. And then now we moved on to this ensemble here. Actually, I'm going back to sorry, I wanted to go back to this really quick with the munitions. So it looks like it came in two pieces. So we were able to pick up both versions of these. So like there's this, and then I guess if I click there, nope, I guess that doesn't work. Yeah, it looks like I pick up both the butt pack, sorry, the butt pack and the quiver. So I think you get a pretty cool value if you wanted to pick up that, and that's why it's going for 200 tender. Okay, so glad we kind of caught that real quick. So moving on, it's another returnee. This is the Grand Master's Royal Attire. I believe this was a trading post set as well. Now, it's only going for 550. I'm actually a little surprised. I thought it would have went for more than that because it's a full set. It's a lot of pieces and it has a lot of good, it's very modular. Like I can take off like the shoulders and I can achieve like a pretty decent look out of it. I think it's pretty neat, but you know, that's me and I'm kind of a weirdo. So here are the versions of the ensemble that are going to be coming, with the monthly reward, but then this is just a different version of it. So this is the Badlands colored set. I like the colors here. This has a very natural color scheme to it. And again, there are different kinds, looks like there's different kinds of legs and feet that I am not able to really pull up here. But this looks pretty cool. So I'll be very interested to see in the live preview how this is going to look. But so far, at least we're getting the free version. I think it's going to be pretty cool. That's going to inform whether or not I want to pick up like one of the other kinds of sets because, you know, it has a cool bandit looking set if you wanted to pull that off. And of course, it depends on what kind of color you want to go for as well. I think a color like this, not really fitting my vibe. It looks neat, but it doesn't quite fit the same theme as like, you know, kind of a Western sort of thing, but still neat. Then we move on to weapons and such. So, okay, that's very cool. There's actually, I didn't notice like those weapons here. I actually didn't even scroll down to like see these. So we're going to be looking at these weapons right now anyway. So kicking it off, we have this Returnee of a Shield. You know, same style as the Grandmaster stuff that we saw a little bit before. Here's a familiar axe. Same style, same dealie. So remember, there are, I believe there is another version of this style of the whole Grandmaster. I think it's a purple version, if I recall correctly. This happens to be the black and white version because I guess this is the black and white month. By the way, this is the mace going for $1.75. If you wanted to go for this thing. And then here is the staff. If you wanted to go for another girthy giant piece here. And then we move on to what appears to be like the new stuff from this one. This is the Lawbringers sets that we're seeing now. So here is a set of daggers that'll be available. You know, one for each. Pretty nice. And then we have these like cool, these are called hand cannons. These are cool looking rifles though. This thing is armed with like fell ammo. That's pretty neat. I'll be curious to see like the animation style when firing this guy off. It's pretty neat. Then here is a regular fire version of the same thing. I'm a gun fan, so I always like the looks and the looks of guns and like the projectiles they fire off. I just miss the sounds. I like the sounds that old school WoW guns did, not the projectile launchers that they sound like now. Then here is also a one-handed, wait, it's an axe? Lawbringer's brand. One-handed axe. No way. Yeah, it's a mace. Okay, that's a typo. Okay, so this right here definitely looks like a mace and not an axe. And then here is also, okay, I think it's just a double typo. Okay, so these are not axes. These are just maces. Sorry about that, guys. But as a brand, okay, now I'm getting it. That's pretty cool. So you'll brand them with that sort of thing. Although this is fell, so they would burn eternally until their soul is consumed. So that won't work. This is more practical, now it just hurts. Here it's like branding your soul. So, that has a cool kind of character to it as well. And then finally, of course, here is the monthly reward. It is kind of like a darker version of what we saw before. This one I like better than that lighter colored one. Again, the lighter colored one, it had that whole washed out look. This one has a bit more of a bold look to it. So I dig that. Now, of course, there's the question. What are you going to do? You're going to save? You're going to spend? I think I'm going to do a little bit more spending than saving. In this case, like some of the pieces I like I know some of these things I have, like I think I have like some of the eye patches, some of the shoulder pieces, like those are things that I already have. So I might end up saving because I already have a lot of the things that are available here already. so that might not be so bad for me. I already have the mount, you know, the blaze cycle. That would be something that I'd be, you know, somewhat interested in. You know, it's only a ground mount, which is that part kind of sucks, but I mean, hey, we have a use for them too. So I think overall, this is probably going to be a save month unless I pick up one of these sets. If I want to pick up like another one of these sets just for reasons, like, again, I like the colors here. Like, I think these pop really well. Otherwise, I might save. But what are you guys going to do? Let us know in the comment below. Please like and subscribe for more stuff. And I'll see y'all for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.